The college football season is finally here, and there's no better moment to jump right into the action than with my partners at DraftKings Sportsbook. Now check this out. New customers who bet just $5 get $300 instantly in bonus bets. So what are you waiting for? Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now, sign up with code TBC, and own your Saturdays. The crown is yours.
Hold up. Every day I wake up.
Wake your ass up.
The Breakfast Club.
Y'all finished or y'all done?
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Loren LoRosa's here as well. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes, indeed.
The bully is back.
Period.
She hasn't cursed me out in about a month.
Teyana Taylor is not a bully.
Teyana Taylor, she's not a bully to who?
She is a very nice person who just knows what she wants.
Thank you.
Like she came in the room and literally turned into Spike T and started changing camera angles and
that's
telling
right.
camera people where to
This
sit.
over there, that gotta go over there, this, that, and the other, yada, yada.
I don't think that makes her a bully.
Okay.
Exactly.
Makes you a boss.
Well, she ain't cursed you out
I
recently.
thought you couldn't, because you couldn't talk. I thought you couldn't talk, Teyana.
I still can't.
That's why she can't be that loud.
Because, see, that's what I'm saying. We need all the tones to be down.
Got you.
You know, I wanted to see y'all. I felt bad seeing everybody else and not seeing y'all.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
But bitch, don't try to impress me because first of all,
This is the way you press her because she can't talk back. Press her.
Yeah. We was
because
gonna
y'all
bully you.
niggas want to be up at 9 o'clock in the morning. And I just landed and I was like, okay, yeah, this is not going to happen. But I wanted to be able to fully be able to, you know, just chill and hang with y'all because y'all like my family. So
Yeah.
But we
I didn't
happy
want to
you
do anything
here.
that was rushed. Thank
Hell
you.
yeah. We happy escape room.
I'm
is here,
taking it.
too.
I'm taking it easy. My doctor said I can talk because you don't have to do all my autograph signings and stuff. But she's just like, take it easy, you know. So
So for those that don't know, why did you need the surgery? What happened?
Yes,
Break that down of
please.
what exactly happened.
So I had polyps on my vocal cords, and it was actually really, really bad. It looked like a pearl just sitting on my vocal cords didn't even close. So it was like air going down my vocal cords, and that was kind of like what it was. So if you notice, even last week, how gone my voice was, and it had been happening for a while, but I just thought, okay, it's cold. I don't like being cold. So anytime it's like cold, I think I'm like, maybe I'm just sick or something. But I don't really get sick like that. So when I was recording the album, I'm like, why is this so hard? Like, maybe it's the pain. You know what I'm saying? It's like, maybe I'm just singing my heart out and it's the pain. It's like, no, bitch, my vocal cords is like really struggling, you know? And I think in the midst of like recording and then dealing with personal life and like, it's going to be a lot of hurt, a lot of trauma to the vocal cords, you know what I'm saying? So I think doing both at the same time was a lot.
Yeah.
When you heard that from your doctor, how scared were you, or like how nervous were you about like what was to come next?
I mean, I was so scared because, you know, getting a surgery, you know, literally 2 weeks before your album drop is like, okay, so really a week before the album drop, I'm like, okay, what am I going to do, first of all? Second of all, if I don't do it now, I'm not going to be able to, I'm going to have to do it later, and I'm not going to be able to tour. So it's like, do I do it now and shut my ass up throughout this album and just get creative and do like silent promo, or like wait and then not be able to go on tour, which I already knew once the album dropped, my supporters wasn't rolling with me not going on tour. And, you know, I had the movie, one battle after another, then I got All's Fair, then I got Rip, you know, Ben and Matt. So it's just like, I can't be on like a worldwide press tour for a movie and not be able to speak. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, this is really the only real time. The album is done. Let the album speak for itself and just do what I can. And that's why I rushed to New York. So, you know, doing all that press in New York, that was in the span of a day and a half. And, you know, I still had the listening parties with my day one fans. So I had to knock out a lot in a day and a half.
And what was the reason? Did they say what the reason was? Do they know? Was it?
Yeah, just trauma to the vocal cords. But that's something that takes over time to build, you know? So they had to surgically go in there and get that out because she was like, I can give you steroids, but that's not going to help. It's only going to be 30%, you know?
But you're not even a screamer. Even when you sing, it's not like you trauma to the vocal cord.
Because it's like you still have, look at 1001. Look at all the heavy roles I have to do. You know what I'm saying? I have to do heavy roles. And then you already know a bitch got a deep voice. So it's just like, I got to cry. But it's like, even though I don't yell, I do have a deep ass voice. And even just being from New York, we naturally talk loud. So imagine just being passionate and like being in an emotional state and crying out loud and just, you know, it takes a lot of that. Look what I've been through, and just even with the album and just with, you know, my past experiences in music, I've had a lot to cry about. I've had a lot to scream about.
Kids, I know you be sit your head and what you doing and shut up.
You know what's crazy? And I'm like Adam Sandler. like with my children. They don't take me serious. Yeah, like because to see movies and then to have your own little people that do the things that you see in the movie when you was growing up, it's funny. I don't take nothing serious. So it's never really like, I don't have that. That's not the dynamic me and my children have. And honestly, all I got to do is make a face. Like, I mean, they are so disappointed to know that they hurt my feelings. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even have to scream at them.
Yeah.
And that's why I understand why y'all always telling me to grow up, because you don't take nothing serious. You
I
and Tina
don't.
always want to tell me to
I
grow up, but y'all
don't.
don't take nothing serious.
Just a
You know
little bit.
why?
I swear, like,
You know
just a
why?
little bit.
Because I play a lot, but I'm also an empath. You play when it ain't the time to play.
Talk about it. Let's
You
talk about
play
it.
when it ain't the time.
All the time.
You know why? Because you are such an iconic voice. You have to understand that your joke, people don't know how you play.
That's true.
People don't know how you play. So then what you say is like, yeah, because even Charlotte, and it's just like, nigga, that's why your phone be getting called, getting cursed the fuck out, because your ass. And it's crazy because even when we on the phone personally, he plays like that, but it's like, he be like, well, nah, T, I feel you. But it's like the world don't know our dynamic. The world don't know his personality. Like, you got to know Charlamagne to know that he'll roast you all day, but
plays
like
too much.
love you so hard.
you.
You feel what I'm saying? But it's just like everybody don't know that. So it's like when you are playing with people's lives and, you know, the shit not funny.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
I really do
Apologize.
love what your man. Knock it off. I really do love what your daughter said at the end of the album, and it's interesting because you never really know what somebody is going through. Like, when was the moment that you bounced back from everything you was going through?
Or
you know,
did you bounce back?
Yeah,
honestly, I did. If you notice, like, you know, the album is recorded in order. You know, like the first half, well, the first 3 songs is a song, then the next 3 songs is a song. You see, we go from like heartbreak to like, you already know that after heartbreak, that like rebound stage where it's like, I don't want to be in love. I just want to feel, I just want to feel something. Make me forget all this shit I don't want to talk about. I just want to feel something. Then that next stage of like, hold on, feelings is tingling a little bit, bitch, what's going on? This wasn't my bingo card. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, you start to just say, okay, well, we're here now. Fuck it. Like, let's throw the bricks away. I'm not walking around with bricks to build a wall. Like, I'm just gonna love fully, allow myself to do that. And then it's just like, once you find that person that helped you through that, now it's time. Of course, you always want to do the self-work, but like when you are being like handled a certain way, it just makes you look at everything. Like Junie said, you shine a little brighter, you know, the spark in your eye is back and different things like that. So sometimes you just need that inspiration to get back up. So I was recording in real time.
Yeah.
I was recording
And the short film shows that.
Yeah.
It tells that story, right? Like it starts off. And shout out to Lakeith Stanfield. Oh my God.
They killed
Oh my
it.
gosh. I'm married. I can't be doing all that. But yeah, shout out to him. And then also all the monologues, right? Did you write every monologue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and my partner Coco, you know, we got our production company, the Aunties production, and we actually wrote this first, like in real time. I'm like, this is how I want it to go. So I seen a few people like complaining about the narration, like, oh, it's just too much. But it's also because my visual dropped late. So it was like, this was always a visual album for me first. However, I'm not complaining. That's a good complaint to have because, you know, people don't really give me a chance in the music space, you know? So it feels good to see people like, oh, well, the song is too short, or the narration is like, it's just da-da-da. But and even that's a minority, you know what I'm saying? Like the #1 R&B right now, like top 10 overall. And it's just like, it feels good to be seen and heard in that space. And, you know, it feels good that people are appreciating the movie. Like, people's like, you know what? I listened to the album first. And then when I went to see the movie, it was like, oh, bitch, I got to run this album back. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's because it's an experience. It's a cinematic album. And it was always meant to be that way.
I love Back to Life on the album, right?
So what?
Back to Life.
But there's something that said on that song, how does New Dick make memories? It's new.
She said, "New dick memories is what I need." Because if you know, if you
memories, okay.
because if you notice,
Is that what you need?
Okay. Go ahead, Teyana.
no, because if you notice, y'all can't be making me laugh like this. But if you notice, the song starts out like, you know, we're sad, and it's like, nigga, I feel like Jack. Drag me up on that door with you. You feel me? Like, nigga, you just gonna let Jack drown? You know what I'm saying? But then it's kind of like you got to get in that space of, wait, fuck is wrong with you? You feel what I'm saying? Like, because now this is dragging out a little bit too long.
Gotcha.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, let's speed this up. So then Tasha Smith come in, and that one was actually a freestyle. She left me a voice note.
I knew it.
That one was
She's so good for
freestyle. She
voice
left me a
notes.
voice
Yes,
note,
she
and she
is.
called me, and it's just like, these are all women that running into them after something so public and so humiliating and hurtful. The woman that you ain't gotta say 2 words. That's that. Come here.
Yeah.
You good. You know what I'm saying? And those are the women that I leaned on. So it's like these narrations are very special to me because these are the women that gave me those silent hugs. Didn't have to say a word. You know what I'm saying? So like this is my experience, and you already know I'm a creative, so I'm gonna overdo everything that I do, and I want to always, give my all.
How difficult was it doing this project? Because I've known you a long time, and your personal life and outside of music is very quiet. You keep to yourself. But in the last couple of years, your life has been out there. Now this album is your life. How difficult was that doing that part, sharing your life with the world?
Y'all know how difficult it was for me because, I am a quiet person. And I'm private. Just because I've had shows and stuff like that, I mean, I'm not a private person. I share what I want to share. I've been up here a few times where, I was already dealing with what I was dealing with and nobody ever even knew. You know what I'm saying?
Now,
so
last time you held it down because you
I
were
held
going
it
through all that. It came out like a week after and you held it down.
You know what I'm saying? I held it down. And, people get tired. People get tired, especially when like others are banking on your heart, when they know your heart and they know the things that, push you to, they're going to keep poking at that. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you bite the bait. And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
How are the kids dealing with it?
It's tough. You know what I'm saying? It's very tough. And that's why I try my best to, just be as cordial as possible. Like I don't be wanting no smoke. You know what I'm saying? These kids come first. And that's been the main reason why I've wanted to keep everything private, no matter how ugly or how sweet. Keep it private.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so my job is to protect them no matter what. And I think that's where like I keep, just trying to hold on and hold it down. But I think this album was a beautiful way to express myself. And just move forward. Just continue to move forward.
What I noticed was like you've had a lot this year, right? 4 movies, 4 and an album. And then your visual, and then your performance at the BET Awards. There was a lot of press surrounding you, and I've seen you on this outlet, that outlet, right? And it just seems like it's a pattern, right? Every time something drops with Teyana is in the headlines for this movie, that movie, right? It seems that it's always something that is dropped on Iman's side, right? Where it's like, oh, but this happened. And it's something about a court or it's something about the divorce, right? Almost every single time one of your accolades is mentioned, and celebrated for something.
But that was a part of the bait that I bit. And I hate to even have to talk about this, and I don't want to make this a long thing. But, that's even why I hopped on live, because it's just like, y'all know how quiet I am. And even when the other party be dead ass wrong, I'm still defending, protecting, all of the things, because we have a daughter on social media. And I don't ever want to be anywhere speaking down on somebody, but people get tired.
Yeah.
At this point, Junie, when you get older and you want to ask that question, I'm just going to have to break it down, baby, because I'm not about to keep being played with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about to keep doing that just on the strength of, Teyana hates social media, so let me poke on social media because I know she's not going to say nothing. I think that the live really, like, woke niggas up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I would never do nothing like that. You feel me? So it's just like, come on, this is crazy. Because even with that, it's just like, I'm sitting here defending some shit that came out a year ago. But when it came out, remember I did Vogue World, that shit was going crazy, so it didn't stick. Then I post a picture on Oscar weekend, the same rumor comes out. But now it's like really hitting differently because it's assumed that I moved on. Like, she moved on. But she took this person for everything. And it's just like, now I'm being called out my name. Like, I'm like, wait, what? And then I took this, I took that. I'm like, wait, what? I'm confused, you know?
It just seemed like you had to pay a $70,000 bill for you defending yourself.
And it was the best little coin I ever spent. I mean, When I say I want to get put through the mattress in peace, I said, listen.
Because that's what
it is right there.
That's what
stuff
it is.
like that.
It wasn't even the
Why you
technical
trying to
stuff.
talk like her?
You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't even the technical stuff.
Why you trying to talk softly?
It just feel like you have to.
Right.
It's just the energy right now. It's the mood. What you mentioned, Junie, what questions, or has she asked you questions yet? Or like what questions is she beginning to ask?
I mean, no, she hadn't asked questions because I've been holding it down. What I was saying was like, I feel like because the people in my life know that my children come first,
Right.
and that I don't like social media, like my social media anxiety is through the roof. Imagine like dragging it to the point where I'm like forced to do the thing that scares me the most. So even being on live, having to speak my truth, not just my truth, but the truth, really, it hurt me to have to do that. And it hurt me to have to do that because I reached out to that person before I even had to do that. You feel what I'm saying?
What was the response?
It was the reason why I went on live was because like, well, like I've been protecting you by staying quiet. And I'm like,
But
well,
no, that's
how
what I
you-
mean. Like what Jess was talking about, when you go to him and you say, look, man, I guess I'm not accusing you, but every time I got some good shit coming out.
Oh no,
this
I'm gonna give you one
bullshit
even
comes.
better. I thought we were on great terms. So I was like, hey, baby daddy, because we was calling each other baby daddy, baby mom. So I'm like, hey, baby daddy. So something's coming back to me that, you know, you and your people is sending out stuff. I said, but it's really hard to believe that because we're in a really great space. And I kept saying that, like, we're in a really, really great space. So I don't see what your angle would be on top of the fact that you know that what's being put out is not true. And he's like, oh, nah, I thought it was you. So then that's when I was like, well, what would I gain out of looking like I took a black man for all he got when you know I spent my hard-earned money on the things that I have? And you too, like, you know what's up. And then he brought up some breakup shit from like some, well, when you did it back in 20, huh? How did we get here? You feel what I'm saying? So then he was like, the only part I'm mad about is that they didn't show boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I know where we stand, because why you mad about what part they did and did not show, which means that who sent it? But with all the movies I got coming up, and it's just like, even being in this business where divorce gets ugly, you think I want to be working with a producer that's holding a vendetta against me because he like, well, my wife did the same thing. I'm not doing that. And especially when you got to see certain money leave your accounts, like, bitch, I know exactly what I paid for.
That could affect you in Hollywood too, because you know these film people are like,
You feel
it's
me?
always drama every time we announce something.
But what did I say when I went on live? I just wanted to be left alone. So even with the $70,000 thing, I wasn't held in contempt for what I did. So them saying the whole Iman had direct evidence, the only evidence was me going live. You feel what I'm saying? If we really keep into the being, they were very technical. And this part is not, this last court date, it was not sealed. But let's look at the pattern. We went to court July 25th. This thing about me paying him $70,000 or his lawyer $70,000 came out a week before my album dropped. This is when Hard Part came out with Joe and Jada, and the song was going viral, and everybody was like, yo, this song is fire. Now, 5 minutes later, Teyana is ordered, she's held in contempt, da-da-da-da-da. So now I was looking like, oh, so she went on live and lied. And it's like, no, it was technicality. Keep in mind, I only went on live to defend a skit that he did.
Yeah.
So you did a skit, but then they pretty much said in
while
court,
ago.
yeah, the skit was back in June. The skit it was a few weeks after the divorce. So then it was kind of like his lawyers argued that, well, the person in the video said it. First of all, his lawyer didn't even want to admit that the person in the video stated an amount of money that was being paid, right? But then once he got caught up in that and Iman admitted that the person did say that, then he was like, well, it didn't come from Iman's mouth directly. So your evidence pretty much is objected. And then I had a witness who came with actual receipts that they were being paid to have a smear campaign against me.
Damn.
Wow.
You feel me?
Can you even talk about this now?
This is not sealed. Oh, this is not sealed.
Oh.
The only thing I got in trouble for was when we went into details about
What you get.
and stuff like that.
Things
You
that
feel what I'm
really-
saying? However, again, what I stand on, and y'all already know, I do have a strong male fan base as well. You know what I'm saying? And there was a lot of men that were really hurt thinking that I did this to another black man. I'm not rolling with that, which I had a majority of people that's like, yeah, she deserve it. Get your coin, sis. And it's like, I could have just rolled that wave, but I'm not okay with that because that's not the kind of woman that I am. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, no, I'm gonna speak my truth because what's gonna happen when the movie premiere come out? This is going to re-leak that, oh, Teyana had to pay Iman $70,000, and then when this magazine come out, Teyana had to pay Iman. It's every single time something amazing is going on in my life. It's something about this divorce. It don't be nothing else. I'm never in nothing.
It's the longest divorce ever.
And keep in mind, the divorce was already a year old when the rumor re-dropped. So it's kind of like, but let's not make it seem like Teyana went to court, and if I was held in contempt, I would have been fined or I would have been jailed. It literally says in the papers that like I have movies coming up, so I can pay it because he pretty much was in court showing his financial situation and stuff like that. So it's kind of like to pretty much punish me because punish me up because of my accolades is insane. However, if it's gonna give me my peace and we can be done with this for good,
let's go.
I've sent that wire so fast. I sent that wire so fucking fast. That was the best little coin I ever spent in my life because I never have to deal with this again. And I will never allow a person to silence me because I'm not
I was going to ask you, what exactly are you trying to escape from with this project? But boy, I know now.
I just want my peace. Like where I was in that last song with Junie and Root is where I want to stay. However, I don't want to keep doing this pattern of every single time something's going on, something else is dropping and then it's re-dropping like it's brand new. You feel what I'm saying? So let's be clear. My evidence was objected and they considered it is technically hearsay, she say. Like if it didn't come from his mouth direct or his phone direct, he didn't do it. And it's like, who the fuck is gonna leak something directly from their phone? So don't make it seem like Teyana didn't have evidence because Teyana came in with a whole witness that had the text messages that this is what it was. And then also the skit was all over, which he deleted the skit a few days before court. But that man took repo, man. You had to get that lady, boom, boom, boom. And he like, exactly. So why is it that I'm going on live to defend that? Like, if anything, you're confirming stuff and then now it's a hearsay. If I would have known that I could have somebody sit next to me and speak my truth without getting in trouble with it, I would have had somebody sit next to me and say, hey, say that I did this, I paid for this, I paid for this, I paid for that, boom, 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 and let that be that.
Do you have that piece now, though?
Yeah, I do. I absolutely do. And I had that piece even up until a week before my album, and then the rumor dropped, and I'm just like, so is this going to continue to be a pattern, which it has been for the last 2 years, and that's another thing. People think that this divorce is only a year old. Babe, we've been divorced for 2 years. So even say, oh, she moving too fast, boom, 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 it's just like, what you want me to do?
It's really my life, yo.
Yes.
Yeah.
The escape room is really your Mary J. Blige, my life.
Yes, because I don't bother nobody, and most importantly, I'm an empath, so I do be getting caught up in a lot of like the moment I think we cool, I'm like, because my muscle memory is like, you were my best friend for 11 years. We still was married. We're not gonna rewrite history like this didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? So it's like my muscle memory is still always have love for him, and I'm not in love with him, but still got love for him, and that's still my family. So like, I came to you on some like, hey, what's up? Like this, and you made it an argument. So I was like, oh, you still mad? Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? And even in court, he admitted on the stand, like, I don't care about her safety. Her safety has nothing to do with me. Like, it was very, very nasty, and it was very hurtful.
You don't mean that, though.
It does. You know what's crazy? I get that. And guess what? Even through that, I still went on the stand and said, that's my family. That's my family. I understand that you're hurt. But at the same time, if you're hurt and you're going to act that way, then leak that too.
You know the hardest thing for a man to admit is just simply my feelings are hurt.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Like, that's
I mean,
that's
but you know what it is?
thing.
No, the hardest thing to do is admit that, like, I lost this fair and square. I'm hurt that I allowed myself to lose this. You get what I'm saying? I'm hurt that this did not go my way.
I'm hurt I fucked this up.
That's it.
And then you on live talking about, let me have my peace and get my back blown out in peace.
Oh, my.
Now you out here talking about poom poom.
Yeah, that last line was that hurt me.
Poom poom.
I'm not even in that relationship. That hurt me.
It hurt me too. As a man, we was like, God damn, did you have to say that?
Get my back
Get your back
blown
blown out in peace.
I mean, when it's being blown, it's just being
see-
blown. Is what she's supposed to say.
Right. And now when we had
Then with the
conversations
extra
about him
sexy
sitting on the
nigga?
stand talking about I don't care about
extra
her safety
what?
and all
That
that.
was a little bit
You
much.
think he's sexy?
That little line ain't nothing. That little line ain't nothing compared to
just
him
caught-
sitting on the stand talking about I don't care about her safety. And I was very confused
And then
about
he
that.
did admit that it was that him filing a motion. His motion had nothing to do with me going live. His motion was saying I took the kids from him, all that stuff.
Yeah.
He admitted that it was just retaliation. Like, oh, he did his one in court.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And it was just like, okay, cool. But how it works is just because it's in the court system don't mean that it is true. The same way when he filed that motion, he filed it on Met Gala Monday when I was hosting the carpet.
Yeah.
So it's a thing where, yes, technically anybody would feel like it's you because even the proof that I had were actual, like files of his proposed plan for the whatever the situation was that could have only come from his side. I don't have what you proposed. You feel what I'm saying? So of course when shit is coming to you, it's like you would think that, okay, cool, I just want to be left alone. I even made it clear in court. I'm like, I never said I wanted to manage jail. I didn't even want legal fees. But when lawyers go at it, they want to ask for the most. I said on the stand, I don't want legal fees. I don't even want to be here.
And Teyana, for real, I remember you getting online telling us, well, not us, but like the internet, like, yo, don't play with my best friend.
You
like,
feel me?
Yeah.
Like, you remember that? Like, don't play with my best friend. That's still my family. That's still my guy.
And
That's
even
my
this,
best friend.
even at that point when I made that post, we weren't in the best space. It's just he was caught up in some scandal, and it was just like, oh, everybody's gonna be looking at me like da-da-da, like and I'm like, listen, I'm gonna do this so you can do you in peace. Like I don't want no parts of this because I'm here at Fashion Week and I got to be around press. You're putting me in a position where somebody can potentially ask me about why you in this bathroom with these half naked girls or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like I don't even pop on the internet unless I'm on the internet protecting my family, protecting my home. So reaching out to you to tell you to stand up for me as I've done for you. The fact that you couldn't take 5 minutes to stand up for me, but you could take 5, 6, 7, 8 pages to file a motion, tens and thousands of dollars to file a motion when it took 5 seconds to say, this is cap. Me and Teyana is having, we are great with our co-parenting. She walked away with what she walked away with. I walked away with what I walked away with. We both put a lot of time, love, and money into boom, 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 boom. Like you didn't even have to use your voice for that. So to go in court and say, I demanded you to stand up for me, I didn't demand you to stand up for me. But where I take accountability is I bit the bait.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Because I got poked and poked and poked and poked and poked until I rolled. You feel me?
And then
so it's just like.
He knows that because I remember even when y'all had the show, y'all reality show, he had said in a confessional that I think he was asked like what gets under your skin, and he said, "Oh, she don't like when I mess with her on the internet. She don't like
get into it with you on social media." Yeah, like they was like, "What gets under my skin?" Oh, it was the GQ couples quiz.
Yeah,
and it was like, what do you do to get under my skin and piss me off? And he was just like, "Get into it with you on social media. I know how to piss you off." Like he know my social, like even sitting here, y'all know my exact. Even before I come, I'd be like, "Oh my God, it's just, I don't like this kind of stuff. I don't like mess." You feel me? So it's just like, if you saying that while we happily married, what is your behavior when you hate me? What is your behavior when we're not in the greatest space? And the thing about it is, I haven't told one lie on that live. You feel me? But it's just sad because like I said, we have children that's on social media and you don't care how it looked at the expense of nobody. All that matters is you. And that's the part that's sad. And honestly, it was just like my last straw. Like we communicate on a parent talking app. All that texting over the phone is dead. We talk on the app, have to do anything with these kids, and that's that. And if, Junie have questions and that's just, I can't avoid that. I'm going to have an adult conversation with her because, exactly, she's growing up and then eventually she's going to get to an age where she's dating and she needs to know, like, the power of grace, but not letting people abuse your grace because people will abuse and use your grace and people will bank on your heart and they will bank on all of that because they never knew it would be you.
You know what's so interesting about this? I'm listening to you talk and I can hear the freedom. So it's like, damn, you really did escape. Like this is like a whole new chapter for you. It's not a temporary chapter with escape from. It's like a whole new chapter of freedom now.
And that's why you see, like, I know people, because it was a lot to take in, some people, from the few that I seen, didn't get the chance to finish the album. So they're like, oh yeah, her album, oh my God. It's like, I got to be in that space. And it's like, no, babe, you got to be in that space to be able to receive it, to move on to the next level. Because the first, 3 songs, you're in that heartbreak. But then after that third song, after Tasha Smith coming in with the new Dick Memories,
the whole energy changed.
That's what
the whole energy changed.
It felt like at that point you had got to a point where you was like, I'm not being sad no more. I'm Teyana fucking Taylor. I'm going outside. I'm be cute. I'm
Exactly.
dating. Is that where you were?
But that's why it's called Back to Life.
Yeah, that's where I was, because again, even before it was ever public, I was still protecting something that had vanished a long time ago. You feel what I'm saying? I was still holding it down, and I was still, doing that. So it's kind of like, now it's like, nah, like, oh, you taking my kindness for weakness. Like we can't do that. So when you get to In Your Skin and Always with Junie, I'm in a whole nother space. You know what I'm saying? And I never thought I'd be so excited to spend $70,000 in my life. Yeah. No,
that's
for real.
Expensive ass cup of tea.
But it was a weight off my shoulders. You know what I'm saying? It was like, here you go, baby. Here you go. And here you go. Because I'm going to get that back tenfold. You feel what I'm saying?
How much of this album was also a love letter to Aaron?
Jesus Christ.
No, seriously. I mean,
he gonna ask with a serious face.
Because once you get to, like you said, back to life, it feel like you're giving yourself permission to love again.
Yeah. I'm giving myself the permission to love unarmored, But another thing that...
Expound on that, Teyana. You can't just let the unarmored.
Yeah,
To love unarmored.
Yeah, I think that, when we're guarded, what do we guard ourselves with? We have all this gear. We have all this army gear. We in 300.
Always on
We got
defense.
the little shields and always on defense. You feel what I'm saying? And that's not like where I am, because I'm a lover. You know what I'm saying? I love love. So I go into things like prideless and egoless and, like just full of, like, I do want a fairy tale. And it's like people joke on me because, for real, people joke on me
I'm just texting
because...
my wife, tell her I love her, man. Just because. You should do the same, man.
I did already.
Oh, you did? Okay, all right.
Yeah, but it's like, people, y'all all have watched me grow up. So I think a lot of times people get stuck with little Teyana, you know what I'm saying? And not realizing that I'm not this aggressive, rah person that people think that I am. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have been a wife for 10 years if I was that. Let's be clear. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like, for me, I love love, and I love to nurture, and I love to give. And as you can see with my mom and my aunts, I've grown up around, that's my muscle memory. I've watched the women in my life take care of their men, protect their marriage, protect their union, protect their tribe, protect their home. So that's all I knew. So I don't know about pride and ego and stuff like that. So it's just like, with me, the moment I was deading that, I needed that freedom to fully love again. But I knew that when I started loving again, that I wouldn't be guarded. Me even trying to be tough in the album where I'm like, she closed her heart and opened her legs. It was just like, that's all. Tell me you love me. You don't have to mean it now, nigga. Tell me you love me. So it's like, if y'all really getting into like what these interludes are saying, it's telling the story of, even when I tried to be guarded, I was a little pussy.
Like when Tasha said, come over here and fuck me. I want him to come over here and fuck me right now.
But because I don't know how to date. You know, the majority of my career, I've been married with, children. I don't know how to date. So it's like all or nothing for me. So it's like, we all the way go together.
So how did that all the way get there? How did that happen? Because I know there had to be a period of you healing first before you even gave Aaron your heart.
I started the healing before the divorce was even final. You know what I'm saying? Like that, you have to start that. I knew that, like with everything I had coming up, it was certain things that I knew would take me out of character. When I started biting the bait, I said, oh, I can't do this. I started praying more. When I got heavy into my ministries is when life got heavier. Because now your biggest enemy, is the devil. And he gonna play. And he gonna play. And he gonna play. So it was a faith walk. So I was like, okay, let me give this another try. And if this, and when I realized that, you wanted me to meet you at a certain level, if I'm up here and you trying to pull me down, again, you trying to like when you drowning somebody else to stay afloat, it's like, I felt like I was in Titanic. Like I felt like I was in it. It's just like, you finna hold me down to stay afloat. I can't do that. I can't do that.
Although
know,
it was
I
enough
can't do
room
that.
on there for Jack to get up there. I don't know why.
But that's what I'm saying.
On the other side.
You feel me?
But
I did
yeah.
see in a little recent video where they broke down why they wouldn't have been able to both fit on the thing. But let's forget that. Let's talk about the iconic version of it. Baby, you let Jack drown.
Why didn't you write something for your mom? I feel like your mom should have been on this project.
So what I was about to get into is this album for me. Y'all know what I've been through, even just in the music industry. I also don't want to stay gun-hold on this just being strictly about relationships. I feel like this album is like a universal charger. It's so many things that have wronged us and have broke our hearts. You know, probably getting into radio for you at a younger age was probably difficult. Motherfuckers probably shitted on you, didn't believe in you. Like, it's a lot of things that we've all been heartbroken. You know what I'm saying? And we've all had to like navigate through that. And that's what this album is a universal charger. And you can plug it in and you can customize it to what you've been through. I've been in a lot of hands that has not protected me, you know? So it's like, whether I should have been walked out this deal, I should have been walked away from this, I should have walked away from this relationship, this friendship, whatever, this circle, this fucking group chat, whatever. There's a lot of things we feel like we should have been walked out from a long time ago. I should have been hopped out this box, you know?
What's the most difficult song to do on the album and why?
The most difficult song to do on the album probably was Hard Part. Wow. And it's so crazy because me and Brent was in the studio and we did the hook. We did the hook and I left it. I never revisited it again. I didn't revisit it. And then when it was time to turn in the album, they like, yo, T, you gotta throw a verse on here. And I was just like, I'm not ready. This is too much. I don't want to. You know, and it's crazy because I wrote that verse in like less than 20 minutes and I did it. But then I didn't do no ad libs. So then Lucky put his verse on there.
You and him.
Yeah, it took me a long time to complete this song. You know, it was very vulnerable for me. Then I went in there and it's crazy because it was the very last song I did before I completely lost my voice, which was like the ad libs and the runs and all that shit. And then, you know, that was that. It was hard. And a lot of it was hard because in the beginning, when I did Long Time, we were dealing with, you know, mediation. And, you know, that's when it was real heavy. You know what I'm saying? It was very heavy and it was very one-sided with the pettiness. And it's just like, I just want to be cool. And because of my muscle memory, we'll get into it real bad. Then the next day I'm like, still like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's my family. Like, you see, even on live, I'm like, yo, that's really gang. Like, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me.
Hard Part, you know, you started off by saying, I got a few questions for you. Shit is getting real confusion. Do you want this or do you don't? So was there a period where you thought about not going through with a divorce maybe?
See, so the thing about it is I filed for separation and divorce a few times, but I kept withdrawing because he kept saying he wanted to fight for his family. So if you're saying you want to fight for your family and then you getting caught up in another scandal, it's like, nigga, I got a few questions. Do you want because the thing about it is you're not fighting. And because I'm a lover, I'm like, I want the word. I want it. I'm thinking it's like a movie. He's going to fight for it. And I realized that it's just words. That's not leaving the paper. You know, I needed it to leave the paper. I needed the words to become actions because once I decide to forgive you, I give you a clean slate. I don't hold on to grudges. I'm going to hold on to a grudge. I might as well leave. So when you say, I want to fight for my family, this is what I want, I'm going to give you an opportunity to fight for your family. So when you're not fighting for that, it's kind of like, okay, baby, what do you want to do? Because now it's just kind of like you're hanging on to something, but then you pillow talking like you going through something. You're not going through nothing for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going through nothing for real. Life is not bad. And it's like for you to even be okay with people thinking that I talked to you crazy, I treated you crazy, boom, boom, boom. Like, you would have been dipped. Nobody was in no shackles. I wasn't even in shackles. So it's kind of like, but, you know, in marriage, you don't just walk away from something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to exhaust all options. You got to put in the work, you know? Because honestly, even the court will force you to go to counseling first, then come back. So before we even got to that, I was like, okay, let's, you know? So he would try to avoid that part. And I'm like, listen, before we can move forward, we really got to sit on the couch. We really got to sit on the couch.
How was that?
He didn't want to do that. That's when
difficult.
That's when the argument started. Like, if I would have just stayed, we would be on this radio station and me and Mom would still be together, still going through all types of bullshit. I had to really stand on business and say, listen, we either got to sit on the couch or it's just not, I can't trust that this is going to work if we don't get the proper help. That's not what he wanted to hear. All hell broke loose.
You can't fight by yourself.
I tell every man you got to go to therapy. Like you got to be willing, especially if you're trying to, fight for your marriage, you got to be willing to do the work on yourself.
It's a never-ending cycle.
You have to.
By the end, the hard part, I felt like you had finally got to that point where you was like, you know what? Look, I can't do this. I'm numb. I got to get out of this.
I did.
And that's what it was for you.
Yeah,
it was not going to therapy.
It was more than that. Like, and like I said, I'm a private person. I'm not going to get into detail. But when you are trying to elevate and you are trying to move forward and grow, you got to be willing to grow with me. If you're going to be stagnant, I can't sit there and be stagnant with you. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing about it is misery loves company, and I was not willing to be the company to that misery. I was not willing. I have work to do. We all have work to do. You feel what I'm saying? But my work consists of me to walk and to keep moving forward. So it's either move forward with me or I got to leave you behind. Yeah. It's not serving me. It's not loving me. It's not seeing me. I have to go where I'm serving, loving. We spoke about this. You
arranged this album.
Yes.
So hard part goes in the back to life.
Yes.
So you on some like, I'm really trying not to fuck this new nigga.
What are you?
You can say girl, because that's how it be when you talking to him.
You almost called your girl for real.
That's where they go. And you go from hard part to back to life, and then it's like Tasha kind of put the battery in your back, like no.
But sometimes you need that.
But but sometimes
you do.
But sometimes it's also reminding yourself of who you are. And again, I think a lot of the songs are double entendres. Like when I wrote that with Rico Love, we wasn't thinking about, oh yeah, I'm about to go fuck on this nigga. That's not even that.
Rico Love. I love Rico.
No, I'm just saying in
I
general,
got you.
because honestly, Rico had to convince me to do that song. Y'all know I'm a lover girl. I don't even make songs like that. And maybe I want to say Back to Life and Long Time was a hard song for me to do because I'm like, no, that's too mean. That's too, I don't like that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But then it's just like, this is my life, what I'm going through. And he's just like, no, like you can discuss your life and have fun with it. So I wasn't even thinking about, I hadn't even known, like I wasn't even like dating yet when I did Long Time and Back to Life. But it took me a long time to finally go back and re-record them. So a lot of songs I revisited when I actually felt it.
Got you.
You feel what I'm saying?
How do you make sure? I'm sorry, just one last word. How do you make sure that the trauma from that relationship you don't bring into the new relationship? Because it would make you guarded. Like you would feel like you have to keep your eyes open because at one time you completely trusted. You completely gave everything. You completely. This was the guy that you made sure that was like, nah, he got me. But obviously it didn't. So how do you make sure in your new relationship that you keep your eye open, or you do say?
That's a good question. How I look at it is, like I said, by the time I walked away from my marriage, I was already on my journey, on my healing journey. I was already, holding myself accountable to show up for myself. And because I love, the goal was, this is not working because it must be something bigger in store for me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, clearly, God is like, okay, cool. So this happened and you still there? All right, I ain't gonna do the work for you now. You got to figure out when you going. A lot of prayer, a lot of conversations. You get what I'm saying? So it's like leaving. It was realizing that, people will say small things. It's the Monica Sandal up there. I'm gonna fuck y'all.
I know.
I'm like, wait, what?
I told them don't put it up there.
It's like crazy. Iconic. Love my girl Momo.
We ain't got your sneakers up there because they're at the crib. I wear them.
Oh, okay, I got you. Well, my second sneaker about to come out, so I got you.
Period. See, that's something else.
No, but yeah, it's like at that point, one time I felt so low that a person could just be like, "Oh my God, your hair looks really nice." I'm like, "Oh, thank you." Oh my God, yeah, because I'm a lover. Like I've never been a guarded person. Like never been a guarded person.
But you ain't never been no insecure person that, at least from what you.
It's not about insecure. It's when
you give everything.
Just feels beautiful. Yeah, like I know who I am. I know what I am. But those small things mean the world when you're not receiving that. You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, as a woman, yeah, we know who we are. But when we love our nigga, like we love our man, like his praises means the world.
Yeah.
I got 18 million followers that can tell me I'm beautiful all day, every day, but that's not who I want to hear it from. You know what I'm saying? Like I honor my man.
Yeah.
You know, I serve my man.
The
So
person
it's
I
just
wake
like
up to, who sees me before makeup and
exactly
sees me in my most vulnerable moments.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
imagine being like, yo, I got my first big movie role. People gonna take me serious. Da da da. And I'm arguing with you every day, and I got a 5 a.m. call. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I do love on Long Time when you say you out here stressing your blessing.
Yeah.
That's a powerful line. Like don't be stressing your blessing.
Yeah, you know, like, because it don't have to be that way. You know what I'm saying? And we could still very much be cool. Like, you know, it's been times we like, yo, I'm about to go for this job. I'm like, you got this. We claiming this shit. Like, I don't know if people get upset with how quickly you're able to still have love for them. It's like people hate that.
Yeah.
It's like, bitch, why you being so, fuck that. Now it's, I don't like, it's just like, I've never had smoke or beef with Iman.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
Never. Like the divorce would have never even been out if he didn't file the motion to use our full and legal names. Remember, we were separated for a whole year. So the divorce was quiet for a whole year until he did that, which he did that on Thanksgiving. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, again, the pattern of just like, it's too much and it's manipulative and it's not cool because you got me out here looking crazy. Like, when I took you for everything, and now this new thing is, oh, she got caught up in the loss, so now she paying 70. I'm not paying nobody. That was all technicality. I did the live. The consequences, like, clearly I'm aware of what can possibly happen, but I'm a pay that to speak the truth.
Yeah.
It's bigger than just, speak my truth. I'm going to pay that to speak the truth. I want my peace and I want to be left alone. And then hopefully after this is paid, nothing else comes out.
Yeah.
So my new movie come out, my new Jordan come out, we won't have this problem again, right? Because if we do, then we know exactly what's going on. After today, I'm never speaking on this again. I don't care what rumor he put out. I don't care what rumor anybody put out. I'm never speaking on this again. So if I don't respond, consider me in my Beyonce bag, bitch.
It's gonna speak for
Your
itself
silence
either
is
way.
golden, and I'm gonna keep it pushing. But yeah, that was a heavy one to take, especially within the line of business that I am. You know, these divorces are very ugly, and I don't want to be on set with no producer or director that's like, because my wife did this and did it, and now I don't want her in this role. I'm telling you, it's a dirty game.
Or just if somebody considering you for a role, they'll be like,
Well,
as soon as you sign her on, it's bad headlines gonna come.
But not even just headlines. If you sign her on, look. And say if a director wanted me to do a movie and he went through a nasty divorce and and his wife took everything. It's like, oh nah, she one of those. I can't on some manpower shit. And it's just like, now I'm getting punished for some shit that I didn't even do. So as a businesswoman, it's like, nah, I'm not rolling with that, because $70,000 I can make that back on an Instagram post. You feel what I'm saying?
Talk heavy.
No.
Talk heavy, T.
I'm glad it's over because this
T say you get more than that.
this would be evidence.
No, but
too.
I'm just trying to find the smallest thing, because I can't say I can get that in a brand deal, because that's way, my brand deals is
Light work.
insane. It's insane.
I'm glad it's over because this would be evidence.
Yeah,
right here.
but one thing I
Did
wanna
you see
be-
what she said she made.
Yeah,
That's how
but I mean, that's literally like, and that, like I said, Instagram, that's like a story post.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm like, that's the best little money I ever spent. I like that.
What is this? My last question on that topic. How is co-parenting?
I mean, co-parenting, it's a little tough, because when things are going too good, then someone make that go real bad, and it's just, like I said, it's like, I don't know why we don't want to be nice. Like, I don't want no smoke. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like, I mean, now I have it to where, like, it's literally just on a talking parent app. It controls your tone. It controls whatever it is. And honestly, at this point, if it don't have anything to do with the kids, we don't have nothing to talk about. You feel what I'm saying? I always reach out to him. I'm like, yo, I'm doing Junie's birthday. I'm doing Rue's birthday. Would you like for us to do it together? Boom, boom, boom. And he's like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to be. That's fine. Like, I don't entertain the shots that are being thrown at me. I don't entertain it. Okay, cool. Here's the invite. Here's the ad. If you want to pop in, cool. That's up to you. Whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
them baby girls got activities, sports. You be at practices.
Yeah,
and,
you know, like, I'm not tripping. And even to this day, like, if he was like, yo, T, I want us to really stop being silly and, like, let's really try and, like, healthily co-parent, I would absolutely be down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
hope y'all
Why-
get that, man.
I got a couple more questions. Why are roses so significant to your story? You got the song Better Roses, you got a rose tattoo on your neck. Like, what about roses?
I mean, I always say, them winds hit different when you rose out the concrete, and to be able to see a rose rise out the concrete is amazing. And just the thorns and everything it's been through. But I also feel like the thorns and the vines is your tribe and the love that you're surrounded by. You know what I'm saying? There's so many moving parts. We see the rose and it's so beautiful. But then it's like, what's keeping this rose alive?
Yeah.
It's the vines and, the thorns ready to grow out new ones. So it's like, it's always been special to me, especially as I gotten older and really did my research because, in album number 1, my album 7, I used to hate roses because I wasn't mature enough. I didn't understand what it felt like to receive roses in a real way, So like really receiving them and understanding them is like, oh my God, I named my daughter after a rose. It was just like, to become a woman and to blossom, is what really made me like get into it really, really heavy.
I saw you say in an interview that what you were going through before you retired felt like punishment, but now it feels like it was divine timing.
It was preparation. It wasn't punishment. It was preparation for what was already written. Yeah. And even through that, like dealing with retiring and all of those different things, I was dealing with a lot, postpartum.
We knew you wasn't retiring. No, I just want to put that out there.
Yeah.
Too creative for that.
Yeah, you too creative for that.
But I also think that circumstances too, because what got me out of retirement? You know what I'm saying? I came back on my own terms and I came back happy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what if I was in a space where I was still stagnant in a certain space? I would probably still be retired right now. You feel what I'm saying? Like, because, that's just what it would be.
You know what? This is why I love art, because I don't feel like you'd be able to have this conversation without this album and without this short film. I feel like you had to get that out to be able to come up here and have this conversation.
Absolutely. And, that's what it was for me. And that's why I kept telling Natina and them up at that label too. I'm like, listen, because they begged for the album. And I was like, listen, this album is a soundtrack.
Natina loves you, by the way.
Yeah,
that's my baby.
But she's one of the only people up there that cares about it.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, she already know. I know that. So for me, it's just like, it's more of this album is the soundtrack. This visual, this cinema, that was always going to happen. And that's why I told him, like, I'm not willing to compromise, my narrations or my interludes. This is my story. This is like a fucking audio album, audio book, whatever you want to call it.
You never thought about, or have you, and you probably have, thought about doing that on Broadway? It's so theatrical.
You know what's crazy? I almost made a post today, but I'm like, let me find the right things to do that. But I also said a minute ago that my dream was to turn my concerts into Broadway plays where I wanted my dancers mic'd, I wanted my band mic, like I wanted everybody mic'd and turned it into a thing, which is the reason why we did this, because I'm like, I see the bigger things for this. I want to take.
And you already got a Lion King?
What? Didn't? That is
Lion King is
said
big
you
on
played
Broadway.
too much.
No, the Lion King is
playing
big on
too much,
Broadway.
man.
But I'm proud of you.
That's your problem.
You're doing good. He's trying. He's really trying.
Who's
though.
trying?
He's trying. He's
No,
trying.
he's
You've
well
been flirting with that
behaved.
man all
When I
along,
say-
and you just want waiting to throw his
When
name
I
out.
say, said don't bring up the Lion King. Go ahead now.
Can we play some music, please?
No, hold up. Wait, hold up.
No, this Broadway thing is a real thing because I'm actually happy that I didn't post it on my story because I feel like this is way better to actually talk about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely want to turn it into a Broadway play and even eventually like a real like long form movie or like a show because I love that it's like post-apocalyptic and it has like the little theme to it. So I'm interested to see the character of Fire Girl, the character of Grayla Greathouse. Like you notice I've created these characters that are unforgettable. Even for when I go on tour, I'm gonna line it up kind of like a Broadway where I'm gonna perform the album in order. Wow, you feel what I'm saying? So it's gonna be sick.
And
Very
I
Chicago. He had it coming.
Period. I know that's right. But look, in the your movie, right? Were you in Harlem when you were in the red and you were on fire? You was with the hat. You was sexy.
No, that was actually was that Warner Brothers? Yeah, I was on a lot, but was it Warner Brothers or Universal? Was he on Warner Brothers? I think it was Warner Brothers.
Okay.
Yeah, he was on a lot.
So it wasn't supposed to be like set in like Harlem based, like where you from. It was just
No, it was just
okay.
it was just a set because we had to do everything in L.A. and that was where majority of my budget went. I'm like, I'd rather give the world a movie than me trying to do everything else, and it's really made people taking the album completely different. Like I'm seeing videos on TikTok of like women just crying and just thanking me and all all types of stuff, you know, that just feels amazing because this is the most love I've gotten in music in out of all my projects, which, you know.
You drop heat every time, though.
No, you know what's crazy? Because as many plaques as I got, it's so funny how people still underappreciate like they're appreciating it now, but you know, people never really used to give me a chance when I dropped music.
People got it for a long time.
I think I was
core
a little bit ahead of my time.
Like all of this that you're doing right now, this has always been what you storytell. But now people, I don't know why now people are paying more attention. Maybe because you know everything's out there, so people.
I think but I don't even think because of the bullshit. I think people's paying more attention because taking that step back and helping everybody else was like, oh, we got to see what she would do for herself. Bitch, if she doing this for Tom, Dick, and Harry, bitch, what's she doing for herself? And I think I have. This is the most vulnerable work. You feel what I'm saying? And it's very prideless and egoless. You feel what I'm saying? Again, to be able to share that and be so vulnerable. But again, it's the creativity too and how you speak it. Because even when you listen to the album, you see I'm still opening up dialogue to create a safe space for men in general. Like this could be the safest space. You just got to be real. Like fuck your pride, fuck your da-da-da-da. Like it's not about pointing fingers. In the beginning, you just hear a woman that's tired.
No, it's one song where she's literally like, baby, you deserve this, you need this. Like,
Final Destination,
Yeah, but once the poom poom jumping, once another man making the poom poom jump, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to still be fighting for anything.
Well, how about
no, but poom poom jump was later on. At this point, by the time we got the poom poom jump, I was already like
another chapter.
Yeah, I was in a whole nother chapter. We had left that. Once she said, "Fuck is wrong with you?"
Yeah,
that's when you knew it was done. It was not, the hard part was over with at that point.
Well, let me ask you a question about the movie, right? In the movie, you're kind of pleading to be loved back to life, right? And wishing your partner didn't give up on you. So is that about your marriage or is that about the new boo? Because the new boo might be like, look, man, when you got to get over that, and then I'll be here for you.
So in the movie, it shows me. So you see, after a long time, I've run for so long to where I've jumped to my death mentally and emotionally. And as you see, I land in a red dress, which was supposed to be
that
blood.
Red swirl right there. I'm like, look at her. How you gonna die
feel
cute?
me? That little red swirl was like, you know, in a verse you see, I say, we're both fighting your demons now. It's too many dark days, no peace up in here. That wasn't about the new situation. That was like, you said that you would love me but I guess love must just be a lie. Why didn't you love me back to life? I was dying, nigga. You said that you died for me, but you won't even fight. That had nothing to do with the new nigga.
I just asked because he's the one that's loving you back to life in the movie, basically.
Yeah, but him loving me back to life, that hook wasn't toward him. Because you feel what I'm saying? This is him. I'm a crime scene right now. This is him picking me up from the crime scene. That's what take me on to New Dick Memories is what I need. So it could also be.
Now you put your hands up. We've been talking about dick the whole morning. Go ahead.
But it is also like, again, like I said, everything's a double entendre. Yeah. So the parts of it, because I've listened to songs where I'm like, this part resonates so well, but then this next part is a little shady. I don't want you to see that part. I just want you to see this part. So saying "Love Me Back to Life" could absolutely apply to him, but the other parts don't apply to him.
Because after that, like even in Issa's second skit, you turn into like a little kid in a candy store again. Like she's like,
let's just skip
she's
to
just
the
so
part
happy.
where,
She's like, yo, what's going on? Then you got Mona on one of the songs. She's like, why you being weird to me?
Yes, why
It's
you
like,
being weird to me?
So now you're not running from, I think I might be in love in this new situation.
Because now it's kind of like we're both in this space where it's like, it wasn't on our bingo cards. This wasn't supposed to be this. I mean, the energy was always there, but when you are fresh out of something and you are in that space, you're not thinking about like jumping to the next person, you know what I'm saying? However, again, you know, like Kerry Washington said, like two souls still learning how to love without armor. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, we're just gonna go for it and figure it out as we go. And it's all about feeling safe. And once you out of survival mode, that shit just hit different. It's like, I'm big on my mind being occupied, which is the reason why I was able to stay afloat within the industry. Cause like, okay, cool, if I'm not gonna be singing, I could be doing this. I do everything. I do everything. And that's how I am in love too. So if I'm occupied mentally and emotionally and I feel safe, I instantly melt into your arms because that's what I've been yearning for. When you're yearning for something, you're never going to be guarded because you're yearning for that safety, especially because I haven't had it even within the industry like that.
So who told you that fly shit when they was like, you said you feel safe with Aaron because he handles you with gentle care and you use the whole
Cup of tea,
water now. Who told you that?
Sure, that was on me. That was on me. That was on me. I ain't gonna front. I be having bars. I was talking to Joe, and I was like, "Yo, we gotta wear the same color jersey." Whoever, he's like, "Who gave you that swag?" Nah, chill. I be spitting. I be spitting. I really be spitting. I think that's why I am a great lover, because I understand what it needs to be. I understand that we're not opponents. I understand that we wear the same color jersey. I understand that you don't have to talk at me. You can just talk to me. I'm all big on how you handle me. That's really big for me, because that's where I do feel like I become a baby, you know, and it's kind of just like, if I know we on the same team, then it's nothing to argue. It's nothing to combat. It's nothing to, I don't have to talk to you crazy. I'm too much of an empath to be like, oh, he was so sweet, and I just decided to just still turn up and curse the nigga out. Like, if I'm screaming, yelling, and hollering, it's well deserved. Yeah. Like, nigga, you done pushed me to that point to do that. But I don't have to do that in this situation, because I feel so safe, and I think safety is what I've been yearning more than anything. And I'm not seeking perfection. No, I'm not seeking perfection, because that would be conditional, you know. And I'm an unconditional lover. I seek just understanding that we wear the same color jersey and that we're on the same team, you know.
You a bad motherfucker, Teyana, man. And the illest thing, I've always said this about you. You haven't even scratched. I still don't think you scratched the surface.
Nope.
Like, I think that one day we gonna look up and be like, God damn, Teyana just directed that movie that made $300 million. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really see that for you. Like, you are a visionary in a whole lot of different ways.
Thank you.
Just keep growing.
So much.
And you make things work that I never thought could work. Because I never thought I would hear Tyler on a song with Jill Scott. Never, ever. I never thought. Before I listened to it, I just looked and
Jill's just talking.
Yeah, but it's like
Jill talking that shit.
Yeah,
but when I hear Tyler,
she talking that
right?
shit.
When you hear a song about Tyler, you think like upbeat, the three little ass pumps, bump, 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 and all. No, it was like it was a vibe. That's time I could smoke a blunt too.
Put your moo on, you know what I'm saying?
Just,
yeah.
You know, and then let him say this, pump, pump up. You know what I'm saying? Just, things like
but
that.
I think that's like the director in me. You know what I'm saying? Like I could see the aesthetic of something and understanding the two voices together.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Understanding where Jill come in. Like, I had the whole vision. This is what I need. I said, Jill, I need you to talk that breakfast, lunch, dinner shit. Then she came with her spoken word, killed that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she wrote that herself.
Yeah.
I just gave her guidance on what I wanted it to be talked about. I'm like, girl, I want breakfast, lunch, dinner. And Jill just came and bided it. You know what I'm saying? Easy Ray is another one. I just like, you could tell which ones was like freestyle.
Regina King too. That was major.
Yeah.
Her talking
So
about
like
healing.
the big ones are the ones, like the actual like monologues are the ones that me and Coco wrote. But like Isa, Tasha, like the more freestyle ones was more so the ones of like me just giving them guidance and saying, hey, like this could be a fucking safe space. Like that. Those took conversation. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying?
Tasha Smith whispering. How the hell? Nobody make Tasha whisper.
Yeah. She was still an octave above everybody
She was
else.
a little louder than everybody.
No, we're talking about bitch. Yeah, she definitely.
That's
way to get
Tasha.
over one nigga is to get another one. Yeah, she definitely was. That was the softest I heard her talk. But it's just like those other ones were important, and it's crazy because it was very intentional too. When I wrote that last poem for Regina, I knew that it was for Regina. You feel what I'm saying? When I wrote the one for Carrie, I knew that was for Carrie. Sarah Paulson, I knew that was for Sarah Paulson. Like, I knew what I wanted it to be. Like, this tour is going to be so crazy. It's going to be so crazy. So I'm excited.
Maybe my voice will make it onto the next album.
I got you. You know I'm doing a deluxe.
Have a soft voice.
Good.
I'm doing. It's getting crazy.
You said.
You know, bitch, we both got deep voices.
Right, I know.
What I mean?
I know.
Like,
we won't clash. I don't be talking that
yeah,
soft.
no, I think.
All right.
Let's get into it.
Yo,
Jess.
Jess gonna be like, yo, dead ass, make this poom poom jump.
Yeah.
Bro. Make this fucking poom poom jump. Dead ass.
Which one here?
Well, since we keep talking about poom poom jump, should we go to poom poom jump or hard part?
I
Because
want to hear hard part
We
because
play
I
both.
feel like
We can do both.
Yeah,
I
we
feel
play
like
both. We'll play both.
that album, Hard Part, with her and Lucky Day, that reminds me of like a Brandy, like song, like the little runs with the. It just gives me a back in the day Brandy feel.
Thank you.
That's so fire to me.
Let's get into it
Yeah.
now. We appreciate you for joining us.
No
Ladies and gentlemen,
problem.
Teyana Taylor, thank you so much. We
You're a
appreciate
clown.
you. What, she can't yell at me back? I wouldn't even FaceTime her because I feel like she be doing sign language to curse me out.
Oh my God.
Middle fingers. We love you, Teyana. Thank you so much for joining us.
Love y'all. Thank you.
Album is out right now, Escape Room. Make sure you get it. Make sure you download it. Make sure you stream it.
And the short film
is out
on YouTube and Amazon Prime.
Alrighty. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Hold up. Every day I wake up.
Wake your ass up.
The Breakfast Club.
Y'all finished or y'all done?